All right, welcome back to the channel. So it looks like Shakur Stevenson was going to fight Emmanuel Navarrete, and Emmanuel Navarrete is fighting someone else, and it looks like the business of boxing got between that fight. But also, Shakur Stevenson will be fighting the new IBF champion, Cordina, next, and it sounds like both guys want the smoke. So I'm gonna break it down to y'all. Let's talk about it in this video. King Jr. got another video for y'all. Please share that you like and subscribe to the channel. And also share the video to get all your latest boxing news. Remember to hit that bell icon to always stay notified as soon as I release the news. So let's get into this. It looks like Shakur Stevenson could be potentially fighting Cordina, the new IBF champion, after he brutally knocked out in devastating fashion Kenichi Ogawa in Japan. And so now, they posted a few little words on Twitter, and he told Shakur, what you reckon, champ, in that matchroom boxing, that the zone boxing. And Shakur Stevenson's like, yeah, let's do it. And it's great that these two wants to unify the belts. It's nothing much that these guys wants all the smoke. And I give a lot of credit to Cordina. He just beat the IBF champion, Kenichi Ogawa, which was pretty decent fighter, but he wasn't on that level. And he beat him, and he proved a statement. And so now Cordina is jumping right to the smoke. He's like, if I get to fight Shakur Stevenson, that's a payday. That's two belts and a payday. So why not? So I give a shout out to Cordina. And it's not the fact that he's not ducking the smoke. It's the fact that this fight probably is not going to happen because of the business of boxing. I hope the business of boxing doesn't get in the way because of the two parties within Top Rank in Eddie Hearn. We know how Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn had their moments, had their spats, how Bob Arum says Eddie Hearn is a snake. He'll never do business with him again and stuff like that. So we don't know what's going to happen. But if Shakur Stevenson calling for the fight, you want to do whatever it takes to please your fighter, because Shakur Stevenson is probably going to be with Top Rank most of his career, just like Terrence Crawford was with Top Rank most of his career until Shakur just get tired of Bob Arum and just wind up leaving and stuff like that. So both of these guys are going to have to come in, sit at the table, just negotiate a deal, or put it up for a purse bid. If these guys don't want to come for business or whatever the case may be, you put it up for purse bid, and boom, you have the fight right then and there. And personally, I think Shakur Stevenson will beat Cordina. I know that the fact that Cordina is a good fighter, but I just don't think his style is going to be able to be enough to beat a caliber and a elite fighter like Shakur Stevenson, because Shakur Stevenson is too slick. He has a very high ring IQ. He has very good footwork. He sits down on his punches, but at the same time, you're not hitting him. And Shakur Stevenson is a very hard guy to hit. And I think Cordina might try to present some problems to Shakur Stevenson, but it's just not going to be enough to beat Shakur Stevenson. And I have Shakur Stevenson in that fight. And Shakur is looking to become undisputed at 130 pounds, just like his friend Devin Haney came undisputed at 135. So Shakur Stevenson is going to have to, if he's successful against Cordina, he'll have unified the belts, have 3 belts. And it looks like Gutierrez, or what I think his name, Gutierrez versus Hector Garcia for the WBA strap. So either one of those guys is going to get that belt. I could be wrong. So if Shakur Stevenson gets that IBF belt, he will be fighting the winner of that belt, King Hector Garcia and Gutierrez, which Coach Colbert was supposed to fight Gutierrez, but for a mandatory position, but he lost to Hector Garcia in a shocking upset. And I still think Christopher Colbert, even if he would have won and beat Gutierrez, he would have immediately lost to Shakur Stevenson, because Chris Colbert, he thinks he's all that, but really he doesn't have the boxing skills, in my opinion. He's just overhyped, in my opinion, and he got his ass whipped by Hector Garcia at the end of the day. So we're going to see if this fight between Shakur Stevenson and Cordina is going to happen. I think it could happen, but it's a very small margin, because Top Rank and the Zone, they do not get along in business, especially Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, how they consistently lie and stuff like that on making these fights. Well, Bob Arum isn't crazy about Undisputed, but if he knows he's got a top-tier fighter like Shakur Stevenson, he's going to do whatever it takes to please that fighter, because Bob Arum at this point has all the top lightweights. He's clearly is bringing all the belts back to top ranks. We've seen Devin Haney beat George Kambosos Jr. and bring all those belts back to top ranks. So Bob Arum is not going to let those belts go. If he gets them, he's going to keep them there at top rank. So we're going to see what's going to happen over time if this fight's going to come to fruition. So with that being said, it looks like Shakur Stevenson and Joe Cordina both want the smoke and both want to fight each other. I cannot wait to see the fight. It's going to make for a very interesting fight, and we're going to have to see how this plays out. With that being said, guys, it is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This is your boy King Jr. I'm out of here. Peace.